Happy New Year, everyone out there. I just want to welcome you to join us for this New Year special where we have taken the time to interview a lot of the wonderful, impactful people that we've worked with the past few years and especially last year because we're going to look back at 2025 and then we're going to look ahead to 2026. You guys, we have something special for you. We have some real incredible people who are subject matter experts in their field. And I love it how David always comes on his live and he shares with everybody always something that they need to know or something that they need to grow. And that's something that we're doing with you today with this show is it's bringing you just some, I guess, look back at some incredible things that we've done this year and some incredible things that people who we've worked with have done. And then just kind of like inspiration, about what's going to happen next year or what can happen for you next year. I know for me, last year was an incredible year, especially because it kicked off with me finally getting published and out there a book I have been working on for over 10 years, and that was Sandeco and the Ancestral Gateway. So, and hey, feel free to check it out. But it's not about me. Show is really about, like I said, some of the incredible people that we have worked with this year, and we are continuing to work with, and we want to share with you just some of the great things that they've done. So I'm going to kick it over to David because he's a lot more interesting than I am. So, David, I'm hitting it over to you.
All right. Let's discuss it. Here we go. Okay, so you guys, I'm trying out, as you know, I'm a big technophile, and I'm trying out some new stuff behind the scenes. So forgive me if you get a certain video or photo, and I'm like, oops. Okay, so and yes, honey, I'm recording it, so we got that. So you guys, as we know, 2025 was a piece of work. It was not what we expected, not what we signed up for, but nonetheless, we endured.
Hey, kick it back over to me. Do you guys hear him? 2025 was incredible. There was a lot of great things that happened in 2025. We can't dwell on the things that may not have went right. Like, how do you get anywhere when you focus on just how bad something happened or what bad happened? You do better when you focus on the good things that happen. I think I find myself progressing more when I see and think about all of the things that I'm grateful for, all the wonderful things that are going on in my life that have went on, the incredible people that we connected with, that we are doing incredible things with. My goodness, last year was phenomenal. Not only did we meet incredible people, but we partnered with some really incredible people that is going to be moving forward with us in 2025. So, today you need a team. Pardon me, 2026. Thanks, David. You need a team. You need a team of people to work with. It's not easy to try and do anything on your own. And if you can partner with people that are doing incredible things and that are like-minded, you'll get a lot further in life. So, David, I'm giving you another chance to be positive for the people out there.
Okay. So, as I was saying, no, 2026, I have an attitude of gratitude because it was an amazing year. There were some things that happened, I'll be honest, that I didn't expect. But at the same time, I'm excited because hearing my voice and talking. So it was really great. It was. But I know 2026 is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So as my wonderful wife says, and I'm not getting paid to say that, but we have some incredible people. So I want to bring on some interviews, And I want to start with I want to start with who am I starting with, honey?
Well, it's on the. You're starting with Sean Fair and Tandra Price.
Okay. Well, I'm starting with Sean Fair and Tandra Price. Okay. So you guys, I'm going to bring up Sean Fair and Tandra Price. And like I said, you guys can see all this stuff right here. You can't, but it's a little complex. So please bear with me. Nothing like live broadcast. Let's see. Is it this one? You guys, I am proud to have as one of our guests tonight on the New Year's Eve countdown, Pastor Anthony D. Shannon. Nope, he is a phenomenal. Nope, hey, you guys, it's New Year's Eve, and we are live from the West Coast. You guys, I have two incredible individuals with you. I have Sean Fair from Leadership Experience Tour. He's also involved with MCA as a partner there, partnering with the Flux Award, and of course, with our media partners here at Onstage Plus. I have the incredible, phenomenal Dr. Tandra Price. She's the CEO of Tap In Magazine. She's also one of our media partners. And you guys, we are counting down to 2026. I had to have these two powerhouses on the network because I had to get their intake as far as what we are looking back at 2025. I know we want to forget it, and what we need to look forward to for 2026. So I'm going to start with, of course, ladies first. Dr. Tandra Price, looking back at 2025, what's something that you were glad you were leaving in 2025?
Oh my goodness, all the chaos. I'm glad I'm going to be leaving in 2025. 2025 was a good year. It was a lot of ups and downs, but yeah, I say I want to leave all the chaos, all the stuff that, I want to say didn't really serve me or my platform any good. Yeah, I want to leave it all behind and start new. We got some new stuff coming out for 2026, and that's where we want to go, and that's what we want to be focused towards.
Okay. And Ms. Fair.
I don't want to leave anything behind, David. What I would like to do is just build on what we've put together in 2025. There's been a lot of great things that's happened with the Miss Corporate America brand. There's a lot of great things that's happened with the Leadership Experience Tour. There's a lot of things that have occurred with the new partnerships with the Flux Awards. And there's so many different events that we've attended that we believe are going to be even bigger and better going into 2026.
Okay. Look at that. He's bringing
with something real good. That's what happens when you get to be a part of the Leadership Experience Tour.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so if someone's watching, I'm gonna start this time with Dr. Fair. If someone's watching this and they're going, "How can I get into those rooms, into those spaces?" What advice would you give them for 2026 to start it off with a bang?
I think the biggest thing is join the Leadership Experience Tour. Right, that is the biggest thing, because we help people to transform their online presence, right? Change their social media so that their target audience truly understands what it is that they bring to the table. But one of the things that we really do at a high level is that we put our audience on big stages, right? That's the big thing, like getting into the right rooms so that you can be around the right people, so that you can get the collaborations, so that you can network with the right people, so that you can get on these stages and tell your story about why your brand and your product and the service that you offer is something that everyone should take advantage of.
Okay. All right. And Dr. Price, the question to you.
Listen, it's all about visibility. Visibility is the currency of where we're going and where we're moving. I think that one of the things that you want to look at is to make sure that you are seen at all times, because one of the things I do know for sure, one for certain, two for sure, is that if you are not visible and you're not constantly being in front of your targeted audience, that someone who sells the same products and services as you are going to be using them as their audience. We want to make sure that we stay visible at all times. It is the best way. That's how we're going to take 2026 and turn it into cash currency.
Okay. And so now we're going to go with this question to you, Dr. Price. What message would you want to have for people out there that would you say is going to set them up, of course, for 2026? But what message do you have for people that they can use to really help get on a solid footing going forward?
Of course, get tapped in, right? We want to make sure that they're tapped in at all times. We want to make sure that we can take your message, your voice, and make sure that we amplify it and take it to the next level. But we got to make sure that you're seen, heard, noticed, and always celebrated at all times. I think one of the biggest things that we have to look for is making sure that you get to be a part of our tapped in community. Make sure that we can put you on the front cover and make sure that we can put you on some different stages and some different places, such as the Leadership Experience Tour, such as the HBCU community, such as a media partner with you, as well as On Stage Plus TV network. We want to make sure that we can put you on these particular different stages, but we got to make sure that we get you visible. We got to make sure that people can see you, know who you are, amplify you, and give you the credibility that you deserve.
Okay. Mr. Fair, to you.
Well, my biggest thing is join us. Right? We got Tap In Magazine, we got On Stage Plus Television, you got the Leadership Experience Tour. Right? The one thing that we help people do is to stop them from looking regular. Like, in other words, if I go to your social media, Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube, and you look like a regular civilian, the question becomes, well, why would I want to work with you? If I go to your website and you look like you did it, the question then becomes, why would I want to work with you? People want to connect with people that can take them to the next level. And if you don't look like you can take someone to the next level, there would be no reason for me to connect with you. And so being on the cover of the magazines, having your own show on the Fair Network, on the On Stage Plus television network, right? Being on the stages, on big stages like the Leadership Experience Tour and the Flux Awards, and all the things that we're doing with the Norwegian Cruise Line and going over to London on Pyru's stage, which is our sister organization, like being able to get into these rooms so that you can get the content that is absolutely necessary so that you don't look regular is what we're striving for our target audience this year.
Okay. And our final question, and I'm going to go back to Mr. Fair first. So if someone wants to get involved with the Leadership Experience Tour, Miss Corporate America, the Flux Awards, and all the different places you travel globally, how can they get in touch with you?
It's very simple. They can go to www.leadershipexperiencetour.com, or they can just reach out to me at 586-690-1879, and then we'll set up a call so they can see everything in a splendor. Right? The one thing that we do that a lot of platforms don't do is that you can get on a Zoom with me and you can see everything that we do for yourself. Right? The only reason that a person doesn't join our programs is if they just can't afford to do it. But the good news is we are one of the most affordable platforms that they can join to begin with and put them into the best situations and circumstances that they can possibly get on. Because one of the things that people say about us is that I can't believe that I'm getting so much for so little.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Listen, that is it right there, Mr. Fair.
So now to you, right? How can people get in touch if they want to be in Tapped In Magazine on the HBCU tours? How do they do that?
Well, you can definitely go to tapinmagazine.org. You can also connect with me on all social media platforms. But I want to say, as we're going into 2026, I want to make sure that Sean hit on a lot of different things, especially with our network that we have. We are that one-stop shop. And another thing that I love about what we do and what we're bringing into 2026 is going to be so powerful and so motivating is that we are family. We take you in and we want to make sure that you get all the tools, everything that you need. You don't have to go anyplace else because we got you in from the stage, we got you in from the magazine, we got you in from the TV network. And it's really rare to have a platform that can give you everything that you need that you don't have to go anywhere. So as we think about moving into 2026, think about where you want to go. Think about what you're leaving behind in 2025 and how our team can take you up and level you up into 2026. I want you to also think about, where is it that you want to be and how you're trying to get there. Look at the steps that you took from 2025. Like you said before, David, what are we leaving behind? Let's leave behind the things that are not going to help us level up into 2026. And with our platform here, we have all those tools right in house to help you. So with that all being said, I always want to say, listen, if nothing else, stay motivated, stay encouraged, but most importantly, I want you to stay tapped in 2026.
That's incredible. You guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful 2026, you guys, and we'll be right back. Hey, you guys, it's New Year's Eve, and we are live from the West Coast. You guys, I have two incredible individuals with you. I have Sean Fair from Leadership Experience Tour. He's also involved with MCA. He's a partner there, partner with the Flux Award, and of course, of our media partners here at OnStage Plus. I have the incredible, phenomenal Dr. Tandra Price. She's the CEO of Tap In Magazine. She's also one of our media partners. And you guys, we are counting down to 2026. I had to have these two powerhouses on.
Can see you doing something. But if you're not doing anything, then, how do you expect to grow in life? So you do have to take chances. You do have to step out, get into rooms, meet people. You do have to experience new things in order to become better in life. You can't just stay stagnant and not find things, the opportunities to be better. The Leadership Experience Tour is really about educating people on how to become a speaker, on how to get in front of large crowds of people and really share who you are and what impact you're trying to bring to the world. And I do know that they bring incredible value to people, and it is very affordable to get involved. And not only is it affordable, there's a return on interest, a serious return on your investment with operating with both Tap In and with the Leadership Experience Tour, because we both experienced that return on investment, and we continue to advocate for the people who we bring onto the network that are not just looking like they're doing something, they're actually doing it. And when they're doing it, they make sure that they can be seen and other people can see them doing it so that they can partner and connect. It's all about connections. So, David, I'm going to pass it to you because we have still some more great interviews out there. Like I said, we're trying to bring you something today, something you need to know and something you need to grow. And part of it is looking back at 2025 and some of the incredible things that we happened or that we learned, and then looking forward to 2026 and what things you can do to continue to level up, to continue to grow, and to find that success that you're looking for, that we all are looking for, and can do it together. So, David, I'm passing it on to you.
And thank you for that. Listen, y'all, because this is it. And if you know that song, you know. But I apologize, and she probably doesn't know this. She's going to know it when she watches this after this. But she was talking for about 2 minutes, and there was no audio because I was learning the buttons. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In the system. Oh, I should have told her. I should have practiced this. But you know what? New year, overcoming fears, and just doing it afraid. And I am very afraid because when she sees this, but I think I got it now. So next time your sound won't be cut out. But if she says, We're using new switchers here. We're trying to get familiar with new equipment. And the best way to do it was to do it. So, doing it. Okay, the next lady up is L.A. Roberts. She's a phenomenal individual. She's the CEO of I Inspire Global. And we got a chance to talk with her in between her very busy schedule. And so I just want to bring up this lady here. As you can see on the screen, this is L.A. Roberts. And that's who I'm about to L.A. Roberts, and that's who I'm about to interview next. So let me see how I bring that up. It's 3. All right, let me. Do it afraid. Okay. Okay. You guys, we have an incredible, phenomenal woman here. I'm so glad she was able to come on and take time out on her busy, I'm sure, New Year's Eve. We have L.A. Roberts, the CEO of I Inspire Global, and she is a phenomenal person. And she's also one of the voice actors on the animated series Russ's Universe, but we'll get into that later. We want to talk to her about some things that she's done in 2025, and more importantly, what she's recommending you do in 2026. LA, thank you for taking the time out on this New Year's Eve to come talk to us. This is amazing.
I'm honored to be here. It is an absolutely amazing evening. I'm so excited. So thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. So you have done a lot, as we know, and you continue to do a lot. You're going to be doing, of course, this year again, a ton of events. And I wanted to talk to you about how people can really get prepared for 2026. So one of the things I wanted to ask is, looking back at 2025, what's one of the major lessons you would say that defined your year in 2025?
Wow, one of the major lessons was take your cape off. Take your cape off, darling. It's okay not to be able to save everybody. I had a lot of situations where I am the person to go to, and I took on a lot of responsibilities for a lot of people. And I found myself being overwhelmed at times because of that. I'm mama bear, right? And so I found myself being overwhelmed. And the lesson that I learned is it's okay that you may or may not be able to help. Don't take it personally. Don't take on that responsibility and take your cape off, sweetheart. So that was the biggest lesson I learned. And I'm so happy that out of all these years, out of my beautiful big age, I finally have said, take your cape off. It's okay.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Now, you, of course, have been a trendsetter for years. What is one of the trends you would say in your industry that you see is coming for 2026?
Let's see. You know what? I would say, honestly, authenticity. And a lot of people would not think that's a trend. However, I do, because there have been so many people that say and do things all because somebody else is saying and doing that thing. And it's really not their style. They are carbon copies of somebody else. And now people are stepping into their own authenticity. And so I think that that's going to be a trend that takes up in 2026. And I hope to see more of it because I help people tell their stories and I can't tell a fake story. So I need you to be authentic.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So I want to say, what message do you have for people that, well, first before I get to that one, what problems do people typically come to you with? Because I know you are a problem solver. What problems do they typically come to you with?
Being able to get over the hurt and the pain of the past and still being a victim. I help people tell their stories, ordinary people with extraordinary stories that change the world. And some people are afraid to touch the story that is so deep on the inside that makes them cry, that makes them, relive something. And so I have to remind people that they're no longer a victim, that you survived that thing, right? And so as much as it hurts you, you have to face it so that it will no longer carry a weight on you. So if you really want to tell your story, then you have to face the story that really made you who you are. So normally people come to me with that, I really want to talk about this, but I don't know how. So I walk them through it. And then I share some of my stories. Like, this hurt me too, but now I can tell it and pull you into it and make you feel it, but it's no longer making me bleed, so I won't bleed on you. So I teach people how to do that.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So now, if someone who's watching you out there, no matter where in the world they're at, and they basically want to have their 2026 be better than their 2025, what advice would you give them to help them level up and really make 2026 their year?
Well, I would say go big. Stop being afraid. Write down the things that you really want to do. Start looking at the tickets. Start looking at the opportunities. Stop making excuses and just go big. I would say that. There are so many people that wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Stop playing, get up and go.
Love it. Okay. Wow. Okay, I love it. Now tell me this. What how can I put it? What is it that you would want to share with the world?
What is it that I would want to share for the world? You matter. You matter. Your story matters. No matter how big or how small you may think it is, your journey is important and it needs to be heard. So you matter. A lot of people believe that if they don't have some type of tragic upcoming, or something that just happens that people can resonate with as far as illness or something like that, then they should be quiet. But sweetheart, the fact that you were able to figure out how to pay your bills when you were in college with no financial assistance is very important. You know, the fact that you grew up on food stamps and now you are able to support your entire family and show them that there's another way, that's important. The fact that maybe you had a minor surgery, but you were scared to death and you didn't know if you was going to make it through because you've never been in that situation before, that is important because there are millions of people in this world and everybody needs to hear somebody's journey. And I promise you, somebody had yours. So open up your mouth, stop being afraid, stop making the excuse thinking you're not important because you are. And the more you talk, the more people that will listen. So do it. You'll be very surprised. If only just one, that one is worth it. But I promise it's more than that.
Love it. Hold on. I love it. Okay. And finally, if somebody wants to get coached by you, engage with I Inspire Global, follow you, be tutored by you, how do they do that?
LARobertSpeaks.com. Go to my website. You can find me on all social media platforms under LA Roberts. Now, I always tell people, listen, if you see another LA Roberts and it is not this beautiful face, it is a fraud. Do not fall for it, okay? They can't help you do nothing. I can help you. But in all seriousness, LARobertSpeaks.com, all social media platforms, LA Roberts. I'm looking forward to seeing you, to speaking with you, and to getting you on my stage so that you can walk in the freedom and help other people do that as well.
LA, thank you so, so much. I know you're super busy, like healing the world. We need a million LA Roberts. We really do.
You
But
wouldn't be able to handle a million, baby. Just go ahead and take this one.
like God knew what he was doing. He said, I'm gonna drop one on you. That's enough.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, LA. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. An interview. Okay. You guys, we have an incredible go.
Turn it on.
LA, thank you so, so much. Back to you.
All right, everyone. Wasn't that incredible? I just love LA. She's an incredible, phenomenal woman. Okay.
A bit
So I
selfish
just want
here,
to
and
say
I've
that
got.
the inspirational messages that we're
He's also
getting from these interviews today are not just impacting people, but they are, I guess, opening our eyes that there are people out there that really want to help you, that are available to help you to find, I guess, the success that you're looking for. And that's what we are here to do with this program, is to look back on 2025, but to look forward to 2026, and who are people you can connect with that can really help you move that needle. And LA Roberts is one of those people. I really love what she had to say about authenticity. I think when she mentioned that, it is so true that you cannot be a carbon copy of someone else's. Everyone has a unique journey. Everyone is unique. What someone else did and how something worked for them may be their unique journey, and it may not pan out exactly for you the way it panned out for them. But if you are true to who you are, what it is that you want to do, and then you connect with the people who can help you to get there, you can move that needle. So I love what she had to say. And you know what? I even love what David had to say when he was, I guess we both are fumbling through this live, this show today. You doing it with us. Thanks for your patience. He said, do it afraid. And that is an incredible message. And it was actually something I had to learn to do, to get in front of the camera, because I was often just like afraid of being in front of the camera, afraid of being seen, always shrinking, afraid to be heard. And our voice matters. My voice matters. And like L.A. Roberts mentioned, your story, who you are, matters, and it can impact someone. And so I don't care if it takes 2 minutes before I am heard, my voice is heard talking, or David can switch to the right video. Thanks for your patience. But just know that we are trying to bring you something that's impactful. And the next interview that we're bringing to you, oh my goodness, he's going to blow you away. So take it, David, and share with everyone who we're bringing up next.
All right, you guys. We have Pastor Anthony D. Shannon, and the D is for do it. Okay, and he is out of Detroit, and as he likes to say, what up, though? But he is a pastor unlike any other. He is incredible. And I had the pleasure of getting on his busy schedule and talking to him for a few minutes. So let me, without further ado, let me get Pastor Anthony D. Shannon here. Let me see. Hold on. All right. Let me get that pre-roll up. And here we go. Of Leaders Live Generously Academy, and he has a wealth of knowledge and experience, and he is also one of the voice actors on the Varessa Universe animated series, and he's here with us, and we're going to ask him a few questions because he is definitely one of the movers and shakers of 2025 and 2026. So we want to get his insight in exactly what it's going to take to be successful in 2026. So I just want to welcome, without further ado, Pastor Anthony D. Shannon. Hey, welcome to the New Year's Eve show. Thank you so much for being here with us.
David Watts, what up, what up, what up, doe? All the way greetings from Detroit. You know that's what we say. What up, doe? It's a urban slang from Detroit. 313 is the place to be. That's where God lives. What up, man? I'm so happy to be here tonight. It's just wonderful, man. Can you believe the whole year has culminated to this moment right here? And just in a few hours, we'll be celebrating 2026, man. Can you believe it?
It's been tough. It's been tough, and I'm looking forward to 2026 I tell you because yeah, I'm ready to say goodbye to 2025. I'm telling you.
Yeah, 2025, I decreed it was the year that we thrive in 2025, but I said it was going to be the year our faith come alive. So that means we're going to have to go through some trials, some crisis, some adversity, because it takes faith to overcome all that. And boy, was it not that. It was that and some. You hear me? It was the best of both worlds.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell me this, Pastor. Looking back at this past year, what is one major lesson that you would say that you learned that defined your 2025?
Wow, Dave, that's a great question, man. You know, the defining win, that's what I'll put it, the defining win this past year was learning that alignment accelerates everything. That when vision, faith, plus discipline and obedience come into agreement, then momentum begins to follow. And what I learned that saying yes to God with clarity now produces fruit without strain. And this year confirmed that I am walking in purpose with precision, not just pressure. Nobody's forcing me, nobody's pushing me. No, 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 no. I'm walking in purpose with precision. Therefore, when I need to say no, it's a strong no.
Love it. Love it. Oh my God. That is wonderful. I love it. Okay. So as we head into 2026, what do you think is going to be the biggest trend in your industry?
Well, first of all, the biggest shift I see is leaders moving from noise to authority and moving so that they can pivot, because right now we're all moving to go to the curves. And when you're on a curve, people have to lean. If people all don't lean at the same time, they fall, they wreck. If you're on the motorcycle, everybody got to lean. Well, I think people are going to have to learn how to lean, right? Moving from noise to authority. People are no longer looking for the hype. Nah, man, they are looking for substance, substantive wisdom, trusted voices that can prove they've been through it, got the stripes, and now I'm going to show you how to do it. And people are looking for authentic leadership that's rooted with strategy, pragmatic, and results. That's going to be on the rise. And those who cannot lead with integrity, with clarity, will be exposed, and we're not going to hear from them no more.
Okay, okay. So now you have been someone who's on the forefront of what's going on, as we all know. What is it that people can do for 2026 to get prepared for 2026 to be successful?
Well, you know, first of all, 2026, if you add up the numbers, 2 plus 0 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10. So we're moving into a 10th number on the Gregorian calendar, right? So that's January for us. It's the Gregorian calendar. We're moving into a 10, but 1 plus 0 is 1. So we're already starting all over again when we move into 2026. However, 2025 was a 9. So we had to complete some things. However, here's the interesting thing. From the Jewish calendar, we're moving into an 8. So an 8 plus a 1, right, gives us a 9. So we've got a dual thing going on. We've got 2 4s in 8. 8 is a new beginning. Also, 8 is also open doors, right? So then you have a 10 already completed, already starting fresh stuff. So we're going to have people shutting down, closing out, and then there's going to be people cutting away, but then there's going to be fresh stuff, innovative, creativity, showing up like we've never seen it before. So what people need to do is let go of the old and jump in quickly to grab hold to what's happening. AI technology is not of the devil. It's a tool, and the only fool that ain't using a tool is the one that don't know no better. Okay, so you don't see people out there with a sickle cutting all these lawns no more. Why? We got better tools. They sitting down on the lawn. Man, look at the grass I cut. Now, why we can't use the same mindset, Dave, when it comes to technology, AI, robotics, all of this. Everybody want to say it's the devil. It ain't the devil. You better get innovative, creative, and use the tools that is available to help us advance in alignment.
What problems have people come to you for help with in 2025?
What problems? Well, you know what? People got a lot of what I call sensory overload. Sensory overload is what I'm calling it. We can also call it mental illness, pressure. We could call it, people are being aware of this bipolarism, but then you have on the rise what we call emotional intelligence because people don't know how to deal with the sensory overload. And so many people have come to me this year not knowing how to balance everything that's been coming at them. They've got people, information is coming so fast and so vast. People don't know how to handle it. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to keep up with it, right? The technology, for example, Chat GPT, it was released November something in 2022, right? November, I think it was the 23rd. So November 23rd, 22, 23, that's 1 year to 3 years, only 3 years. But look how advanced it is. It started off at 3.0, 3.5. It's now at 5.1 in less than 3 years. We're talking vast. We're talking the mergence of Mid-Journey and Canva all into one, that you now can take your picture, put it into chat, and get a realistic picture of yourself and then animate it and duplicate yourself. Man, people cannot handle this, and I'm calling it sensory overload, that people are going to need to know how to handle all the information that's coming so fast, how to manage it, how to balance it. Because watch this, Dave. In the past, we had jobs and people was pursuing jobs 9 to 5, right? They would take weekends off. All right. They would get their two breaks and then a lunch break. Well, the way things are going now, you're going to have to force yourself to do what we call self-care, self-improvement. You're going to have to tell yourself, nah, this a rest day, because nothing shuts off. Everything constantly goes on. Television goes on, cable goes on. You can go into the apps, that on demand and watch all night long and never sleep. So people are going to have to tell themselves to rest. And that's was the major challenges people came to me with this year, 2025.
Love it. And then finally, what message do you have for people that you think people need to hear for 2026?
What I want to tell people is never too late. It's never too late to become what you're supposed to become. You are not behind. You are being prepared. Even though you may have delay, delay does not mean disqualified. Delay does not mean denied. Delay does not disqualify your destiny. I want you to stay faithful. I want you to stay focused. But here's the deal. I'm about leaders live generously. I want you to love, right? I want you to lead, and then I want you to stay generous, because what God promised you will manifest in the right season. And I believe 2026, it's only a few hours away, is going to be your greatest year yet.
I love it. Pastor, how can people get in touch with you so they can get more information on Leaders Live Generously Academy?
Yes. Please. If you are a leader, if you're an aspiring leader, maybe you're a leader that don't know leadership skills, don't know it, I need you to hook up with me, connect with me, Anthony D. Shannon on LinkedIn, Anthony D. Shannon Facebook, Anthony D. Shannon Instagram. You can also please go to our Leaders Live Generously Summit. All right, .com. Go to Leaders Live Generously Prayer Breakfast of Champions.com. Listen, we want to hear from you. We need speakers and authors. We want to hear from you. And then you want to be on the podcast Leading from the Future. It's going to be aired right here on Stage Plus. You want to be on that. Connect with me so I can connect with you and show the world what God is doing in your life. Peace.
I love it. Thanks.
Am
There you
I
go.
on?
You're on.
Okay. I was just checking to make sure you heard me. Like I said, like I mentioned earlier, like David mentioned, we're testing some new
And
switching stuff with this
Cameron
show
Isaiah
here,
Watts.
but we're happy to be doing it with you, our friends, our community, who are enjoying what we're bringing to you today. And I just love Pastor Shannon. He's a prophet. Um, he's an incredible person. Leaders live generously. Leaders give generously. And one of the things that Pastor does and is generous about is offering knowledge, is offering leadership, is offering um, guidance. And he does that every week with his show Leaders Leading from the Future. You can find the Leading from the Future TV series on the Onstage Plus network. He's interviewed dozens of people who are incredible, and he'll just expose you to leaders and really give you some introspection on not just their journey, but things that you can do yourself that you can apply in your life to find ways to be more impactful and to touch others in a more impactful way. So I love what he said. He said that he had the people, we were all dealing with some sensory overload with AI, right? And all of the avatars that are out there and all the incredible things you can do with AI. Listen, AI is an assistant, AI is support. And there's a lot of things that we're all trying to do. I'm sure you're trying to do a lot of things out there. And why not use AI to help you? You don't use AI to replace you, you use it as a supportive tool. And that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about in this next interview, or that our next subject matter expert, who happens to be our son, Cameron, is going to be talking about as a software developer and as someone who has been messing with code since he was a young kid. He's going to give us a lot of information about not just 2025 and things that he's done or whatever, but just things for us to be mindful about for 2026. David had a wonderful time talking with Cameron, and I really do hope that you guys have been enjoying these interviews that we've been doing. So we have another great one for you with Cameron, and I'm just going to pass it over to David, and he's going to get that started.
For watching the Onstage Plus live countdown. So I'm going to be a bit selfish here, and I've got our son, Cameron Isaiah Watts, and he lives in Seattle. Cameron has a very technical job, which we're going to talk about, but I wanted to talk to him more about actually the state of what his generation sees from 2025 as well as what they are looking for in 2026. Ladies, he is single. Now, also, sort of here, Cameron is our youngest son, Burnett and I, and he has, since he was, God, well, how old was it when we made that video on YouTube for Roblox?
Was that
You
for
were-
Roblox or was
yeah,
that for you?
It was YouTube, but you were doing Roblox.
Was that the one where I was?
You were viewing different Roblox videos. Remember on the
No,
Apple Mac?
that was for YouTube Music. I was gonna,
YouTube Music.
no, I was gonna make like music videos, remixes.
Remixes. Yes, right. Remixes.
I never did.
Okay, look. See, I didn't even notice he was doing that, but I remember you guys. He had 100 subscribers, and I was trying to get 10, and I was like, "What is he doing?" And he once said, "You think I'm doing this for fun?" And his mom and I have laughed at that for the years, but now he is actually in the technical field. Cameron, what do you do for a profession now?
Software development.
Software development. Oh my God. So, okay. So Cameron, your age, you are
26.
26 years old. So what is it like? I mean, you work for Amazon, it's a big company, but the future with AI and everything, what do you think? Are you worried?
Am I worried? No. I mean, so I'm worried in the sense that, companies are always doing layoffs to allocate budgets. So, for example, maybe a company like Microsoft, they'll have an AI initiative. They might have to be like, oh, we need to allocate this many billions. Then they'll lay people off. That's a worry I have, and of course, Amazon, they just recently did layoffs. They are going to be doing more this coming month. So there's always that worry there working in tech that there's going to be layoffs. But I think it's not necessarily due to AI. Right now, we're still at the point where companies want to increase productivity using AI, but they know it's not at the point where it can outright replace their engineers. So I'm not worried about layoffs due to AI per se, but as a result of AI existing and budgets and all that, that's a worry I have.
So is AI going to come and take over jobs and make us the slaves?
It's hard to say, honestly. I mean, I don't. Depends on where it goes. These companies they're touting like AGI. It's going to happen eventually, or it's going to happen soon, but we don't really know. For one, if it's really even possible, and like what the timeline is. So it's still uncertain at this point. I think like the more we work with AI, the more we find that it's not able to replace engineers outright. So I don't know if it's going to come take our jobs just yet, but I think it will replace jobs. I mean, there's already a lot of fear that's going to take a lot of jobs in the coming years, if not months. So
And AGI, is that artificial generative intelligence or artificial general intelligence?
artificial general intelligence.
Intelligence. And what is that difference from AI, from AGI? What's the difference?
So AGI, it's basically artificial general intelligence. Is that the concept is it can do anything a human can do, at least on the basic level. So you have like your basic AI. Right now, we're at a point where people are trying to build like AI agents, which is essentially in most cases it's an LLM, a large language model with a set of tools, and they can perform actions given those tools. So AI is like agentic, which means humans have to give it tools and tell it what to do. But it's not at a point where general intelligence, it can't do things on its own. Like general intelligence is like a human, it can decide, oh, okay, I need to do this. I need to learn this, this, and that. I need to discover tools to do my job. AI doesn't have that agency yet, but AGI would have that agency. And that's what companies are working towards right now.
Is that singularity?
I think it's hard. I don't think it's necessarily a singularity, but I think it's getting really close.
Skynet. He just says Skynet's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, for all those who didn't know, he just says Skynet. All right. Okay, so now pivoting. You're 26. AI is entrenched in all our lives. I'm using it in almost everything. And I'm not going to say young adults your age using AI for dating.
From what I'm seeing, they are. I don't have any experience with the tools myself, but I have seen new AI apps being created. You can use tools to create photos. You give an app your face, maybe like a few pictures. It'll put you in like a scene, maybe create a background. It could create realistic photos of you doing things. So that's just one application. Of course, AI is also being used to analyze text combos and generate responses. And I think it's a response to the monotony of things like dating apps, for example. People have to take potentially hours out of their day to swipe and message people. And oftentimes, from what I've heard, it doesn't go anywhere. So using AI could take some of that time or give them some of that time back.
So back in the day, they would call it catfishing if you had a photo that wasn't you, and then you showed up and you're like, wait, who's the person I thought I was meeting with? So now you're telling me people can take text, run them through an AI, and discern if this person is someone they might be interested in actually dating.
Yeah, I think the AI more so is being used to optimize the conversations. At least from the advertisements I'm seeing, it's like the AI could take these combos and then be like, okay, this is the best response to that, or you should say this. And maybe there's some AIs out there that analyze the response of the person they're talking to, and it'll tell you maybe how interested they are. There's plenty of tools, I'm sure. I don't have any experience myself with them. I haven't really done that, but it seems like it could be maybe a little fun activity to experiment with if I ever try.
Yeah, because that's better than a background check. That's actually knowing if this person is somebody who's interesting. Okay. So now 2026 is coming. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I definitely see myself. I want to be a business owner. I mean, it's uncertain. It's as uncertain as I felt when I was still in college. Obviously I saw myself, okay, I have a job and all that, making money, but I don't know yet. I don't know. I could be working at a company. I could own my own business, but I'll definitely be programming. That's for sure. I like to code.
Okay. Okay. So finally, you obviously have been successful. You've gotten a job, you've gotten a college degree. What can people do to be successful going forward in 2026? Is AI going to be the tool they need to know? Should they be focusing on trade skills that they say AI can't replace? In your opinion, what should people do to be successful in this coming year?
I think people need to learn to use AI to speed up the work or the impact where it counts. I don't think they should use AI as a crutch. You can't use AI as a be all solution if that makes sense. So I use AI maybe if I like need to draft up a concept or I just need to do some reflection and I maybe want to make use of resources on the internet without having to spend potentially hours making Google searches and clicking through articles. That's just one application, but AI is definitely it's here. You know, people are saying it's a bubble. We don't know whether it's going to burst or anything like that. But I still think that people should leverage it to speed up their workflow and become more productive. So you can use it as a force multiplier.
Okay, so there's a lot going on with AI, which is obvious. But when it comes to, you said about productivity, well, what should people be aware of and be proactive of, I would say, when it comes to their relationship with AI going forward?
Yeah, I think it's good to have an in-depth awareness of AI and like what it's capable of and what mistakes it can make. So obviously, there's a lot of videos on AI and what it's capable of and what impact it can have on different industries. But I think one important thing to keep in mind for people who plan on using AI um, is that it can be pretty sycophant. So it can agree with what you say. You know, it wants to ultimately solve the prompt you give it. So whatever you tell it to do is going to try and give you results, whether that means it's making stuff up or not. Be aware that it makes stuff up as the platforms will tell you, but also be aware that it's going to try to agree with you. And if you don't want it to agree with you, that's something you're going to have to make clear. In most cases, you have to tell it, um, okay, don't just tell me what I want to hear. Which sounds, you know, like something that everyone should. It sounds like common sense, but um, just being aware that it will try to agree with you, and that's something that could affect the outcome of its response. And also that if you're using it for productivity, it's a tool at the end of the day. So there's different areas of um, life or business where you could increase your productivity. You can look at that and then think, could I speed up my workflow with AI? Could I apply it as a tool here? So maybe that's like monotonous tasks that take up a lot of your time. You could be like, okay, I could use AI. I could apply it to this problem, and then I could focus on other more important tasks, I mean, more mentally demanding tasks, or more creative thinking tasks. That's the way I approach it. If there's like monotonous task, I'll just have AI handle it for me. If it's not uh, too much at the end of the day. It's not something that I could do myself, you know.
Okay, I love that. It's so funny you talked about single fence because I did once put AI. It said, how are you doing? I said, man, today sucks. I wish everybody would just go away. And it said, great, let's put a plan together to kill everybody. And I was like, oh, this is not good. Okay. The next day I was like, hey, you still want to kill people? I was like, you won't let it go. But you guys, so this is from the mind of our future generation. And you guys, this is going to be an incredible opportunity coming forward in 2026. No matter what you use AI for, whether it's productivity, relationships, whether it's brainstorming, make sure it's used as a tool and not the end all be all. At the end of the day, AI is not a therapist. AI is a tool. AI is a series of codes, as he said, on a large language model, and it is only able to do what you tell it. It is not able to extrapolate anything that has not been given beforehand. So it has no life experience. So keep in mind when you're doing that.
If it does try and extrapolate, it'll make stuff up. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, it does make stuff up. And like you said, let it know. Don't always agree with me. Find the holes in the problem and adjust accordingly. At the end of the day, it is a tool. It's not a human. So, you guys, stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more coming up this evening. Thank you for watching the Onstage Plus live countdown. So, I'm going to be a bit selfish here.
Am I on?
You are on.
Okay. All right, remember, guys, we're testing out some new equipment. So thanks for coming along this journey with us. Oh my goodness. Just hearing that conversation and just understanding a little bit more about what AI is today, where it may go in the future, and really how to leverage right now um, AI and be aware of it telling you what you want to hear. I think I've heard some news stories where people actually got in trouble believing what AI said over what it is that they trusted themselves or what they might have been hearing from other people. And they were, I guess, they were disappointed because of that. But I love what Cameron had to say. I hope you guys can glean something from that interview. And now I'm going to give it over to David, and he's going to move on to the next part of this program.
All right, you guys. So let me tell you, there was a lot more to interview. I was messing with my son and everything, and my wife was like, "Stop, stay on message," and everything. So she's a phenomenal editor. She made it look good. But you guys, to close us out, we have a dear family friend, Les Brown. You may know Les Brown came to really popularity back in the 70s as a motivational speaker, and his kind of tagline is "There's something great, there's greatness within you." And I actually tell a little story. I was vice president of the NAACP chapter in Contra Costa County, and we wanted to have somebody speak at our Freedom Dinner. So we were thinking, who could it be? Who could it be? And somebody said, we should try and get Les Brown. And I was like, oh, now this is before the internet. Lord, I'm dating myself. This really, we didn't have the internet like we do now. No, we didn't. We didn't have social media. So we had chat rooms on AOL. I did not find. So basically, somebody say, I know somebody who knows his publicist, and they got his number. So we were having our executive meeting. We got together, and somebody came in and said, I got his publicist's number. We called his publicist, and his publicist said, just call Les. Yeah, tell him. Call him? Yeah, here's his number. So we called. Hello, this is Les. How can I help you? Les Brown? Yes. Hey, this is David. I'm with the NAACP chapter. I went the whole thing. I'm here with the executive committee, and we got a Freedom Fund and everything. And he said, oh, okay. So my speaking fee is $20,000. We had $1,200 in the bank. And so we didn't get Les Brown, but he did talk to us on the phone for 45 minutes. And I wish we could have recorded it, because that's about as close as we got to Les Brown at that point. So it was great. Fast forward 12 years. 12 years. And he's coming to the San Francisco Bay Area to do the Les Brown experience. So I hear about it on the radio, and I'm like, you know what? Wait a minute. And I go through these papers and everything, and I'm like, I wonder if he got the same number. So I pick up my phone, and I call. Hello? This is Les. Talk about being consistent. I was like, Mr. Brown, you don't remember me, but I was vice president of Contra Costa County NAACP. He said, yes, the ones that couldn't afford me. I said, well, yes, that's us. Well, you're coming to the Bay Area, sir. I do photography now, and I must say, I'm damn good. And I would like to take some pictures of you. He said, I'll do you one better. Why don't you hang out with me and my daughter, Ona, and my son, John Leslie, and let's just hang out for the weekend. You get all the pictures you need. Well, that's what we did. We went to a friend of ours, Curtis Jeremy, at his studio. He did a professional session of him and his daughter. We had a boutique that actually sponsored the clothing that she wore. It was great. It was great. And so, we kept in touch over the years, and then I lost my phone. So I'm doing PNX in Atlanta, and guess who's one of the speakers? Les Brown. So Les is on the stage, and we just happen to be filming this broadcast. So I'm in the back, and as Les get off stage, I tell the camera operators, I'll be back. So I go on the side, I rush back there, and he's walking with two men. I don't know if these bodyguards or what. And I'm like, Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown, and he's just walking. I said, Mr. Les Brown, he just walking. He goes to a door, and I'm like, oh, hell no at this point. So I go to the door, I go, Les, and he stops. And the two guys I learned was not his bodyguard because they partied like the Red Sea. Like if he about to get shot, I'm not going to be nowhere near. I was like, Les, how you doing? It's David. We met, and at this point, what was that, honey, like 8 years ago? Like 15 years ago? Oh, jeez. Oh, God, yes. So I said, you may not remember me. He said, David. I said, yes. He said, yes. The one who couldn't afford me. No, he didn't say that. I was like, yes. I said, I had you all those years and I lost it. He said, David, let me give you my new number. I said, well, go ahead, Les. So I reached out to him and I said, Les, it's Christmas, New Year's Eve. I said, I would just like to know if I can just get a couple of words of wisdom from you. I know you're busy and things like that. He said, David, for you, I'll do it. And he did it. So I just want to go on and bring Les the video he sent us over, and my wife edited it wonderfully, and I want to share it with you here. So, all right, without further ado, let me bring it up.
You have greatness in you. Hello, I'm Les Brown. We're taking on a new year, 2026. I want you to think about your goals and your dreams. What do you see for yourself, for your family? What is going to be radically different about you? Because at the end of the day, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. There cannot be a new year unless there is a new you. When we begin to reflect on 2025, we lost a lot of ground. Over 600,000 African-American females lost their jobs, politically and in the private industry. Over 300 million jobs will be lost to artificial intelligence. The question is, what do we do? Elsie Robinson said, things may happen around you and things may happen to you, but the only things that really count are the things that happen in you. Let me share with you 3 powerful steps that we can take. Number 1, focus on what it is that you want. Focus on the reality that you're creating, not the one that's going on now. You're more than a conqueror. We were born for such a time as this. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You have the power to begin to change the direction of your life. You have the power to understand and to know that there's nothing that we are facing now that we have not seen before. And what's now very important in this world of mass distractions, that we've got to focus on what we want, focus on what we are creating, focus on the life that we are now in the place of doing something historic and building a legacy for our children. Focus is very important. And the next thing is faith. Nothing happens without faith. And as you begin to look at your goals and dreams, and you want goals beyond your comfort zone, you want to rob the cemetery of your talents, your abilities, and skills, that Dr. Miles Monroe would say. You have to believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and believe in the future and the legacy that you are now building. That's very important. And the next step is not only focus and faith, but you got to follow through. Yes, you got to take care of business. 2026, it's time for the fix. What is that fix? Focus, faith, and follow through. You have something special. You've got greatness in you. And as you begin to look at your goals and your dreams, discipline and determination, and dedicating yourself to creating a brand new landscape for us and for your children and for generations yet unborn. Always strive to get on top in life because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. It's time for the fix in 2026. You got this. This is Les Brown. This is Mamie Brown's baby boy. Bye for now. You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, I'm Les.
Go.
All right, you guys, thanks for joining us. I love what Les had to say. Thank you so much, Les, for gracing us with such wonderful, encouraging words. And I want to wish all of you a happy new year. And 2026 is going to be incredible for you. The best is yet to come. And I'm going to pass it on to David so that he can also give some well wishes.
All right, you guys. This was this is fun. And like I said before, even sometimes when you're unsure, in 2026, I want you to do it afraid. I want you to do it if you're not sure. I want you to do it if you don't totally know if you have everything together. Because sometimes you will learn in the process of doing. Okay? You guys, there were a few technical glitches here. And if you could see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different components that I'm switching to bring this to you. And this is the first time I've done it. But we're doing it. So with 2026, the first day down, you guys, make tomorrow incredible. Wake up and know that that's your day. And remember, when things happen to you, 10% is what happens. 90% is how you react to it. It's up to you how you're going to react to it. Always go into every situation expecting the best outcome. You will start to vibrate higher. You'll start to change your outlook. And subsequently, the things that happen around you and to you will change. And remember, once again, your best is yet to come. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for being with us. And as always, if you want to see this repeated, go to watch on OnStagePlus.com or OnStagePlus.com on all of these smart TV platforms: Roku, Apple, LG, Samsung, Android, Amazon Fire Stick, Google TV, Android TV, our app in the iOS and Google Play Store. We always say the only way not to see us is to close your eyes. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night. You are blessed and you are loved. Know that.